So the question is, will Sansa Stark marry a Targaryen? George R. R. Martin loves his parallels in A Song of Ice and Fire. And one theory is we've already been given a clue as to who Sansa will end up with. It's known as the Sansa Ashford Meadow theory. Ashford Meadow is somewhere we're going to visit on the new Game of Thrones spin-off, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That is coming sometime this year. And that first season, it's set at Ashford Meadow. That's where everything goes down. Lord Ashford is hosting this tourney to celebrate his daughter's name day. She is named Queen of Love and Beauty, and she has 5 competitors in this joust that are going to fight to compete for her honour. If one of those 5 is the victor, she keeps the title Queen of Love and Beauty. But if anyone else wins, they can stick with that daughter or they can name somebody else. 5 are left standing: Lionel Baratheon, Leo Tyrell, Tybalt Lannister, Humphrey Harding and Valar Targaryen. The coincidence with Sansa is these names, in the exact same order, reflect Sansa's romantic suitors. First, she is betrothed to Joffrey Baratheon. Then she wants to marry Willis Tyrell. But before she can do that, she is quickly married to Tyrion Lannister. And now, as things stand in the books, Littlefinger has told Sansa he plans to marry her to Sir Harold Harding. Sir Harold Harding is the grandson of Jon Arryn's sister, so he has a claim to the Vale. I'm going to do a shameless plug for a long video that I've just done, all about the history of House Arryn and the Vale. But when we compare the 2 sets of names, there is one glaring omission. The last one, a Targaryen. So will Sansa continue on this pattern? Will she marry a Targaryen? And if so, which Targaryen? The main contenders are young Griff, who says he is really Prince Aegon of House Targaryen, son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Elia Martell. And he has just arrived in Westeros to take the Iron Throne, which he believes is his. The other contender is Jon Snow, if he is confirmed to be Rhaegar's son, because it's never been officially confirmed in the books. Technically, it's still up for debate. The general consensus on this theory is that the 2 sets of names are too similar for it to be just a coincidence. Everything George R. R. Martin writes in this story is deliberate, is intentional. Now, sometimes he does throw in the odd red herring, but why go into such detail to literally replicate the same list in the same order, name for name, house for house? It feels like it means something. Now, I don't think young Griff really is a Targaryen. He could be a Blackfyre, a bastard branch of House Targaryen, or he could be just a random kid who's been told, "You're Prince Aegon." He doesn't know any different. He doesn't think to question it. He thinks he is Aegon Targaryen. But if he is going to be betrothed to anyone, I think the most likely candidate is Arianne Martell. She has just been sent by her father, Doran Martell, to sniff out young Griff, to see, is he really Aegon? So if this theory is legit, and that is an if, I think it's Sansa and Jon. I could see a Sansa-Jon wedding way more than I could ever see a Jon and Daenerys wedding, I tell you. And interestingly, I don't know if this is a hint, it's in the same chapter in A Feast for Crows where Littlefinger tells Sansa about this plan to marry her to Harold Harding, that she thinks about Jon Snow for the first time in a long time. And the irony is not lost on Sansa that whilst she is in the Vale, she is posing as Elaine Stone, and that makes her a bastard, just like Jon. Wouldn't it be quite the 180 for Sansa, who dreamed all her life of marrying a prince, to wind up marrying a bastard? Oh, I don't know. It just feels like this is too much of a coincidence to not mean something.